It's your Bachi the Griot, and I just got a quick couple things for you today. So you remember that stand-up routine that Chris Rock did not too long after the O.J. murders, where he said he would never do what O.J. did, but he could understand. Well, apparently Hulk Hogan really understands. He said in an article interview last week that when he sees that his wife is shacked up with the 19-year-old friend of his daughter in his house that he paid for that he can't go to, and then sees this kid driving around his town in his car, that he can understand where OJ was coming from. And so now he's claiming he's taking the high road, that he's not actually doing what OJ did, but he can understand. I mean, is it really all that crazy? If you spent your whole life working and bought a mansion and now you can't even go to your mansion because you're restricted from your own property, and your wife is shacked up with a kid your daughter went to school with, and he's driving your car and maybe wearing your slippers and house coat around your crib in your bed doing your wife. That could make a man pissed. Just saying. Not saying he should do anything. I just guess I understand a little bit of where he's coming from. Wasn't the smart thing to say, especially since he's still involved in legal proceedings concerning his marriage. And of course, if anything would ever happen to him, to his wife, or this guy, Hulk has put himself in a precarious position. But it's kind of fucked up. Why do the courts have so much say-so over our lives and property anyway? Also, this is an exact reason why you should always get a prenup. Even if you don't have any money. When he married Linda, he didn't have anything. But he was on his way to having something. And now she's got his crib for the past year. He don't get to live there. And he's just fuck out of luck. And he'll probably lose most of what he did work for and wrecked his body for, to where he can barely walk right now. Because she'll get much of it for probably not doing all that much, from what I can tell from their show, but walking around playing with her animals and making wacky ass comments. Okay. On another tip along those lines, our man Mel Gibson, Mr. Crazy. Well, he's getting a divorce now after about 28 years and 7 kids. He and his wife have one minor child, which they are proposing to share custody with, that's good. I hope that she doesn't restrict him from his mansion and shack up with the 19-year-old as well, and have him driving Mel's car, because Mel is crazy and he probably will flip out, get drunk, go nuts, and come running through with a bunch of swastika bands on his arms, and slaughter the both of them in the name of Heil Hitler, especially if he thinks that his wife's lover is a Jew. Hey, it's Mel Gibson. In other news, Jackie Chan at an Asian media conference made the statement that he didn't know whether or not Chinese people should be free. Or more specifically, he was speaking to, he didn't know whether they should have free media because they might do whatever they want to, and that might not be good for China or for the Chinese people. And a lot of people got upset about this, especially in Hong Kong, which is semi-autonomous and has some freedoms, in Taiwan, a breakaway province, which is basically its own democratic country now, but it's kind of under the rule of China, but not really. But anyway, they're trying to break away from China, and they got all upset at Jackie Chan. I mean, okay, and I don't really agree with Jackie on the statement, but he is a guy who comes from that culture, and maybe he just hasn't gotten quite caught up with the notion of unfettered, open society. It's not the worst thing in the world. Also, his spokesperson came out and said that some people intentionally misconstrued his statements for their own political purposes, that he was specifically talking about freedom of media, not about the people being free as far as election. So I wouldn't be so hard on Jackie. Maybe he was just thinking about the prospect that if you had just too much unfettered freedom in the media, you might have a website where people are allowed to upload videos, where underage girls are allowed to upload videos where they pull down their bra and show their bare breast. And no, this is not hypothetical. And yes, I did flag it and directly tried to contact YouTube about it. And no, perverts, I'm not giving you the username of that page or the URL. go look at adult porn. So tell me what you think about Hulk Hogan and his statements. Tell me what you think about Jackie Chan and what he had to say. Holler back at me in the comments or make a response video. Your boy, your Botcha 2007. I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace.